Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you an example TypeScript yarn workspace, and I have this code on GitHub if you want to check it out. The link will be in the description below, and I'm just going to walk through all the different aspects to this and kind of how it works. So first off, in the root directory I have, as usual, a package.json file that has private and workspaces. You've seen this before if you've seen my previous yarn workspace video. These things are new. I'm going to talk about these things later. We're going to come back to it. The other thing is I have a kind of global tsconfig. Now, this is kind of missing some pieces for tsconfig, right? This is just kind of some random rules that I have here. And what I like to do, and this is, by the way, totally optional, but something I like is to create kind of like a tsconfig in the global package or the root, and then use this across all the different packages. So you can actually extend this. So here's the tsconfig for one of my modules, and what it does is it extends, it goes up 2 directories and gets that tsconfig all the way up here. So it's going to have all these rules, and this way I don't have to duplicate all these rules across every single package. I can basically have a set of ones that I like per every single TypeScript project. So that's why I have a tsconfig here. And then again, we'll go over what Lerna is and why we have a lerna.json, this thingy, in a second. Alright, so I create a folder called packages, and inside of packages I have one called common. So this common folder is a package where I basically have a function here that I want to share. So if we look inside of the source folder, I have an index.typescript file, and here's the one add function. So same thing as before, and so this is a TypeScript function that I'd like to share. But I don't only want to share the add function, I also want to share the declaration or the types for it. So I want to know I have to pass 2 numbers in it when I use this in my other package. So let's take a look, and actually let's start with the tsconfig since I already showed you that. So again, I'm extending the root one, and then I'm just kind of adding some individual things that are specific to this project that I want to have. And again, you can configure your tsconfigs however you like them. And then here's the package.json. So a few things. I installed TypeScript as a dev dependency. I just have the types for Node. That's kind of irrelevant. And then 2 things here. You don't actually specify your your code, your TypeScript code. What you have to do is you have to build your TypeScript code. So here I have a script called build, which just runs the TypeScript compiler, and it outputs it in a folder called dist. And so I added 2 things, a main. So notice how main is pointing to the dist index.js, and then I also have the typings. So this is where if we click in this, we can see here is the here's the file for the compiled JavaScript, and then here's also the type declaration. So in our package.json, we just point to the compiled code, the indexes for both of those. So then we can now use these things in another package. So again, I name my package cashew, and this is common, so you'll see this naming structure again. I use it over here in the server as well. So yeah, so basically I have my code, I wrote my code, I have a tsconfig for it, and then my package.json, I just run build, which runs the TypeScript compiler, outputs all this stuff, and then I just point to those in my package.json, and then you're good. That's all you really need to do for your common folder, if you will. So now, what if I want to use this in a project? So this is my server project over here. What do I do? So starting with the package.json, again, you'll see my naming structure of this. You don't really have to worry about the main for this unless you want to use this in another project. You could change that. But I added it as a dependency, so that common folder over here. So I added it as a dependency, and then I said just 1.0. Alright, dev dependencies, again, doesn't really matter. Important ones, I have a TypeScript installed, and I have tsnode. And then I have a script to start this, and all it does is it runs the index.typescript inside of source. Now, in source, this is what it looks like. So I'm able to import add from @cashew/common, and I can add these 2 together. And I actually have it. So if we want to cd into packages and then server, we can do yarn start, and I'll go ahead and add these 2 numbers together. And I can even hover over it, and I get kind of some analysis of what's going on here. So I can see A is number, B is number, nice. The other thing is in our common over here, if I make a change. So let's say I add a third number. So this is where things kind of get interesting. So if I add C, which is now a number, and we just add C. So now what's going to happen is I want to get this third parameter. I want to know about it, and I want my code to like not be able to compile, right? Notice how there's no bugs or anything here. All right, let's try running it, and it just straight works. And the reason for that is right now it is using the code in the dist for the common. So it's using the compiled code, and we haven't compiled this new code over here in our common directory. So what we need to do is head over to common and just do yarn build. And what this will do is it'll recompile the code, and then inside of my server over here, we're now going to see as soon as it builds, yep, it expects 3 arguments, and I have to pass it in. And now it should go ahead and it will start and whatnot. But it might be annoying to come over here and build every single time, and that's why you saw I had a build watch. So what this does, it starts the TypeScript compiler with the watch flag. And if we just do yarn build watch, this will basically just listen in the background, and any changes we make, it'll go ahead and update automatically for us. So if I, for example, got rid of this third parameter again, it would then update in the index.typescript over here automatically, and it's gone because it's going to recompile as you change it. Alright, so those are pretty much the basics of how to create a TypeScript package over here that you want to share, and then use it over here. Some other little things, you'll notice I added Lerna. So let's say I wanted to build my projects. So I have server and I have common. I want to build both of them. So I have a build command here as well, and I can say yarn build, and this will build common, and I can have a separate thing over here that maybe I go into my packages and server and I do yarn build there as well. That works just fine for 2 packages, right? But let's say you have more packages and it's kind of annoying to do yarn build every single time. That's where something where Lerna might come in handy. So this is, OtherWay. This is a nice package. What it does is it helps you handle multiple packages, kind of like yarn workspaces, but in a little different way. I'm still learning how to use this, but it's very nice so far when I'm using it. So one of the use cases I have is to have it automatically build all my TypeScript projects. So let's see this in action. So in my my package.json, I added Lerna as a dev dependency. And to do that, you just have to install Lerna globally, and then after you install it globally, you just do Lerna init. And when you do that, it adds it as a dev dependency here. It also adds a lerna.json file. The lerna.json file comes with these things right here. I added these 2 at the bottom. So Lerna can be used with just npm if you want. I prefer to have it use it with yarn, and you have to specify if you're using a yarn workspace. So I said true to that as well, and that'll just take some of the advantages of yarn workspaces when it's using it. And then lastly, I added a script. So now when I run yarn build in my root directory. So if we go up to, and now in my root directory, I can do yarn build, and that's going to run Lerna run build. Now what Lerna run build does is it goes and runs this command in every single package. So it's going to run build in common and build in server, and I only had to do that running 1 command. Now you can change this. I could change this to I don't know, release, publish, whatever word I have here, it goes and runs that command in every single package. So this is very helpful. So you can see our output, it ran this npm script build in both Cashew common and Cashew server, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. That's pretty much all the basics with TypeScript on how to get it to work with a yarn workspace. What we'll do tomorrow is take this and take the TypeScript Expo React Native project that we set up yesterday and get that working in this workspace. Yep, but that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and again, the code is on GitHub if you need to look at it.